Hey, this is Anarchy 704 coming at you, and we're going to do a little bit of a different series here called First Time Ever. And with 4chan here, this is the first time ever I've ever seen the website. I've never been here before. I did do some preliminary stuff in a previous video, and unfortunately, there's some graphic stuff that makes it so that I'm going to have to do some editing, but I'm not, interested in that. So what we're going to talk about is, the graphic stuff, but then beyond that, we're going to just look at what is the website, what does it represent, and what's it represent to other people. So, the only things I've known about 4chan is, that they raid people on Twitch every once in a while, right? And aside from that, they, seem to be kind of jerk-offs about that, by the way. But aside from that, let's go ahead and read what is 4chan. It says 4chan is a simple image-based bulletin board where anyone can post comments and share images. There are boards dedicated to a variety of topics, from Japanese animation culture for video games, music, and photography. Users don't need to register, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so, the other thing that I've noticed about 4chan whenever they've rated my stream is that, they kind of are racist. I don't think they mean to be. I think that they don't understand the implications of what they're saying or doing, because they're just so removed, being probably highly Japanese in origin or highly, you know, in a culture that is just not imbued with the same problems of race relations. Mostly because Japan is what 99% Japanese, and they don't let anyone come into their country as immigrants. They actually keep everyone out. So it's very hard, at least, to get into Japan. But anyway, so maybe this is where the basis is from, is that it's actually about Japanese culture. I mean, what is 4chan? Let's go and let's click around and take a look. Anime and manga. You automatically avoid each season. Anonymous, blah, blah, blah. Card game based on a video game. Anime, you automatically avoid each season. So you've got to be someone who really likes anime to even like this at all. Gone but not forgotten. You live in our hearts. Listening to blah, blah, blah. Who knows? All of these are like little links to something else. A harem of adoring kuaois fawning over their sunder idol mentor. What the sweet hell is going on here? Now, it's also said that 4chan seems to be fairly sexist, and, they're allowed to be sexualized, but it seems like this is actually really geared towards, a younger fan base. A technologically savvy one, true, but a younger fan base, and maybe some of the manga and the anime isn't, necessarily geared towards the younger, but, it wouldn't fail to attract it. I don't know. All right, let's just get out of this anime and manga. Let's look at the next, thing that's available, and that's Anime Cute. A bunch of anime images. Okay. Is this what 4chan is? Anime wallpaper. For your phone. I don't understand why they couldn't just have normal sexualized females as their wallpaper. Why is it anime? I'm just confused by that on a personal level. Because, I mean, there are parts of this, website that are highly sexualized. All of this not safe for work stuff is filled with sexual content. All of these hentai, ichi, all of these are all sexual content that's more anime, which is goofy to me. It's just weird because it's like, is this a porn website? Because it's really, really close to it with the levels of, like these adult gifs here are incredibly, incredibly crass. And some of them are hot as shit, and that's fine because, it's basically just porn, right? But is that what this site is? It's just weird because what is it like doing, in like these adult gifs here, which I can't show, it's too crass, right? It's like little clips or snippets out of porn, that are just like something that, the person thought was interesting. And then other people, what's weird about this is other people will go and put other snippets of like the same porn shoot sometimes. Which is just, Why not just go watch the whole porn? Why can't somebody just go link the entire, if that's what they're doing? All right, let's just keep moving. Mecha. What is mecha? I mean, Mashimer, just new type so hard he exploded. Roasted marshmallow. Just plastic models confirmed. Hopefully it comes overseas. Why would you post it here? That's a question. Blah blah blah. Just a way to. What are they talking about? Patients will always get. What? This is also something wrong with 4chan. What in the fuck is going on here? This is just all fucking madness and fury signifying nothing. Look at it go. What the fuck are you guys talking about? Where is there a fucking anything that I can like click on or understand what the fuck each one of these threads is about? Because he's a most manager, grays on. I would put Luna above him. I mean, you don't even know that it's basically. What the fuck is Mecha? What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck, 4chan? What the fuck are you talking about? Alright, let's just keep moving, keep moving. Cosplay and EGL. Okay, so here's just going to be a bunch of cosplay images, right? Which is cool. It's cool. Furries. First thing you see is furries. What is that supposed to be? I don't, I don't, what? Favorite underappreciated Lolita thread. What the fuck are they talking about? This is cosplaying what, like a, what? I mean, sometimes they showed on here like some funny images of people like badly cosplaying, which, okay, that's a kind of a funny thing to put in a thread, but again, all of this is so unorganized and retarded. It looks like a 5-year-old put this fucking site together. And these people are the ones that are doxing people and shit. That doesn't make any sense, man. These are the people I don't get. So if we go like type in like what if we type in Jinx, from League of Legends? Let's just see. Is it really this good? Is it just going to come up with a million? Nope. She was the only one that ended up doing it. That's the only Jinx cosplay that you'll see. That's the one that I saw earlier. With just that's what I thought was funny. But that's the only thing. Are you kidding me? What if we type in just something else? It's just a cosplay that I would know again, like Sona from League of Legends. Um, really? I don't. I, what are you for, 4chan? What the fuck is this all for? Because this all seems like it's all window dressing for just basically a porn site for fucking kids that are underage. Because when you click on any of these, it asks you, do you agree with the fact that, you're not going to click on this if it would be illegal for you to click on as a younger person? I mean, that's fucking stupid. All right, cute male. I don't even want to click on this because I don't want to know what cute male is. Uh, is that a man? Is that supposed to be a man? What is this, 4chan? What is this, 4chan? What the fuck is that, 4chan? I mean, at least you're not sexist just in one way, but what are you? Fuck is wrong with you? What is going on here? Is this a man again? Is this... What is that supposed to be for? Who is that for? What is this? A man chooses, a slave obeys. What the fuck is that supposed to be a reference to? What the fuck is any of this supposed to be a reference to? Who is fucking looking at this bullshit? Flash? Uh-oh, is this... It doesn't say NSFW. Buzz, look at planet... What? What? What is this now? My dog died today. Click here to... What the fuck is going on, dude? Why is your website so fucking, like, broken? Like, nobody can... Transportation? What is transportation gonna be? What could it possibly be? Excuse me? Is this something useful finally? Wait, changing brake pads. More like it's cramped between the wheel, various parts of the car. So you did something I assume are brake pads, less color and more parts. Your point of me. Uh, it's a different style of braking. That is why it's not comparable to cars. How could a disc brake overheat for a bicycle if it's good enough for a car? What? Are you fucking stupid? Uh, I, what is this about? All railways changed at bus stops. That's like saying this house is really nice. It has a toilet. You can only get them in the trolley. But is this really just an actual thread finally about something that's not just anime bullshit? Which is cool. It's cool. That's fine if that's what it's about. But I just thought 4chan actually meant something. It wasn't nothing. Okay, what is the point of fixies? Alright, so here it's like a normal thread of normal people. Uh, um, kind of. Okay, okay, well, finally we found a semi-normal thread about transportation. It is not super sexualized or going weird. What's otaku culture? I don't even know. New bundles available or album release. Oh, otaku, the stupid fucking website? Is that what they're talking about? I don't even know anything about otaku. Again, you know, that's another one of these. It's like, what the fuck is otaku? I don't know. Of being a fag is a fag himself. Is that what that means? His latest MO, geez, blah, 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 to about this faggot already. So easy to see through. He did the same shit in the last thread too. Person is shitty for farming subs. Winter event has more subs. I didn't even know it do, but okay. What is this devolving into? Just a taco, more shit that you wouldn't understand unless you were part of a fucking culture that was super, super Japanese, basically. I mean, this is not garnered for the average, right? It can't be garnered for the average. It's just getting into more sexual bullshit. Jesus Christ. Okay. Which is fine, again. It's just, this is trying to be shown as a website for video game people that are, you know, on the fringe that are trying to do things, you know, to change. I don't know, man. What the fuck is this about? I propose anyone who buys a new Xenoblade be put on a list or put under watch by the police for being a pedophile. We need a petition to get this movement started. Also, if anyone knows who plans to buy this, be sure to tell the police right away. What? The girl is wearing a skirt so tight you can see the curvature of her butt cheeks because that's my jam. What? Oh my good. Keep it up, you fucking normies. You're doing exactly what you did with Dragon Crown. What is happening here? It's a culture I'm just so far removed from, and it's not one that translates very well. Uh, uh, this is the video games thread. Excuse me. Where are the video games? When pull report being harassed while gaming online. They're getting harassed. Okay, finally, something about video. A kitchen is no place for a woman where they make terrible cooks. Everything about this is very sexist. It's like, come on, guys. Why can't you just... Oh, jeez, dude. Just stop being such asshats. Okay, I'll buy it. Why if I no urge to get pregnant? My girlfriend is by saying sometimes fantasize about growing a penis and getting her pregnant. We decide if we have a kid, we'll adopt. So you'll be related to us by... I don't know if we've ever taken any pregnant fucking sex. You eat way too much. Is this woman really complaining about getting pregnant, but she wants a child? Then you get a giant thing coming out of your vagina, practically ripping it open. I have literally no desire for that. But you want a child. Oh my god, what's happening here? What? Is everyone in here just retarded as shit? But where's the video game stuff? Again, this is the video games thread. Going to Chick-fil-A and ordering 3 of these to eat while I play GTA 5 on Max A with my GTX 980. He's just being racist. This is just a racist or a sexist thing, right? This is a homosexual thing, right? The Chick-fil-A thing, right? If you don't get it, then I don't need to explain it to you. They aren't really anymore. You shouldn't really be trying to, associate them with being homophobic. But okay, what does think of this game? I just finished it. It's all right. I'm not sure the TD platform and RPG. Okay, well this is good. See, again, something about a game. This side that side I fucking love this game. So the music are ultra comfy. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so here's some video game threads. All right, it's not all not video games. Okay, okay. So you could come here and you might find out something new about video games. Let's not downgrade this so quickly. Video game generals. Heaven's Ward, benchmarks, benchmark trailers. Oh, see, real stuff about real video games. So about the vote, anyone got a cute list for non-lube clothes? Oh, shut up. Let's get back to video games here. War Thunder General. The premium aircraft for your very first victory in the game. All right, more stuff about games. Is this real? This is beautiful. Finally, I'm finding the actual stuff here that doesn't make this just a porn site. League of Legends General. Problem, they haven't played against him. They don't realize he was 500 gems. All blah, 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 blah. Okay, so it looks in the 1-year anniversary edition of what? Anything a game? It's all about games. This is so good. Finally, I found the thread on 4chan that is worth something. Uh-oh. Where did this go? Artificial Academy 2 General. Mystery Dress Edition. Welcome to the general discussion of illusions. And then what is this? What is that for? The first game for fun. Hey, I don't give a shit. It's talking about games again. This is beautiful. This is beautiful stuff here. I love this. This is fine. More Hearthstone. All of this is, these are games. This is great. We found what 4chan is for in relation to video games. Wow. Alright, so is 4chan racist and sexist? Probably. Probably it is. It's racist on just a base level of saying it's about, the starting thing is from not animation and culture, but Japanese animation. Now, maybe Japan has the overarching, field of animation right now. Retro games, all of these look like they very well may be just normal things. Are you serious? Because I clicked on something before. Here. Something like, photography would be the same, but it was artwork, I think, and critique. Now, look here. They have real people talking about art. Look at this. So, 4chan shouldn't just be written off. All right? That's my end synopsis here. Now let's go talk about it in general because we haven't gone over everything. But this Japanese culture thing obviously is throwing them on a huge footing where the normal person can't understand them that isn't into all of that. And this other side of it, like they need a website with just this, not the Japanese culture portion, just this stuff all here. And they would be doing great. Because, in my view anyway, I mean, this may be very much geared towards, and that's probably why a lot of the people who are on it are Japanese, but it may be very much geared towards Japanese people. And all of these are super, Japanese hentai bullshit, that's not my really style. Some of the pornographic stuff in the adult GIF, yeah, that's cool. The sexy, beautiful women does have, some pornographic stuff, but it's got a lot of just sexy, beautiful women. So it's not like this is out of its mind bad. I mean, let's go look at, paranormal for just a second. Let's go see. Dumping a massive list of blah, 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 blah. See? The forest named Oregon. People are killing themselves there. Yeah, but countless suicides since the 40s. Yeah, do you not know enough about this forest already? If you don't know about this, it's a pretty simple thing, It's just a forest where a lot of people go and commit suicide. Not a big deal. Well, I mean, is that a big deal? Yes. It's part of the national culture there. I believe that's the one that's in Japan, but yeah, it's very problematic. What the fuck is going on? Ancient history is actively being erased. ISIS is still fucking up monuments from Mesopotamia and Syria with no end in sight. Oh. This is, again, very, very useful stuff. Doesn't seem like it should be on a paranormal thread. I kind of like the Jew. Is this getting racist, though? I hope not. Goddamn VIP spoiler. Fuck clinical depression. I mean, man, what else could be? It's not that bad. Uh, no more than what you'd see on a normal basis, right? Um, go somewhere and you won't get fucked with. Late at night is prefer. Okay, so how do you? I don't know what the hell's going on here. But again, see, so not. Let's just go ahead and do our synopsis because we're running at about 20 minutes here, and I want to go ahead and wrap everything up. Okay, so what have we found on here that's useful? A lot. A lot of things. I bet you could go to weapons here and they would talk about all kinds of useful stuff. Even 3D printed guns and things like that, I bet you could go find information on, and that would be amazing. Really cool. They seem to be fairly open. They have LGBT, they have all of this stuff. They, have male and female versions of sexualized, anime, which is, good for what it's worth. Um, toys? Weird. Oh, okay. So, what is it? It feels to me like this is a website made and for Japanese people and people who really love Japanese culture. Aside from that, it tries to affect the fringes a little bit by having some pornographic site on there, or some pornographic content on the site, without having anything really strong that makes it so it seems like a younger person would be looking at that pornographic stuff. Like if their parents went and looked, okay, they're looking at 4chan. Well, they don't know that they're looking at the more pornographic stuff necessarily. Um, what else is there? There is a good deal of potential discussion and debate potential discussion and debate. I'll say it 5 times over, right? But there is a potential discussion and debate made, or a venue for it presented by these video games, video game generals, retro games, all of these things, comics and cartoons. Even though comics and cartoons could probably include almost all of this, you know, and cosplay could be its own interest, not Japanese culture. See, so I mean, you can see that it's skewed towards a Japanese, kind of bias, which is a sexist male bias, which is fine. It is what it is. Um, but I can see why a lot of feminists, might have a problem with this site as it stands, and a lot of these things are super sexualized. Now, imagine too, you've got somebody from 4chan that's rating someone, right? Now, first they're at this website, which almost every image when you get into this NSFW is a sexualized or semi-sexualized image. So they're heavily sexualized and weird, and then they go and they're rating these places, and they're just feeling like they're trying to dominate and control these, avenues. It's just weird. And maybe that's what their whole doxing thing and why it's important, but they're technologically savvy, right? So they're capable of doing those things. But I mean, even if we go into this shit 4chan says, or it might have been random, somewhere they were talking about how they wanted to go into this guy's Twitch stream to be able to make it so that it would crash because when you follow and unfollow him, the follow alert comes up with this big rainbow looking thing. I mean, all of it was just so like, what the fuck are you guys doing with your time kind of shit. So, I mean, end synopsis, 4chan is what? It's the first time ever I've seen it. Am I ever going to come back to it? Aside from for basic pornographic content, and I can go to much better websites for that. I'm not a huge anime manga person. I'm not a huge, Japanese culture person. I mean, I doubt that their threads on video games are better put together than Reddit's, right? I mean, we looked at all the threads. Everything looked madness. It was just madness, all fucking put together. So, I mean, that's what I think of 4chan. I don't know what to say about it. You can go have it up. I don't think it's really a bad thing for the world as per se, but I don't see who its target audience is other than Japanese men and maybe some people who like anime. Aside from that, there's better places to do absolutely everything that you do on 4chan. There are better places with better overall, structures for how they're laid out and how things are done that are just better. And I don't think 4chan is one of those better ones. I think it has some interesting sexual stuff going on over here, but not the same. It's the same as Google search. You could go look up Google search adult GIF, and I bet you'd find. I just don't get it. I don't get where. You know, it's another outlet for people to talk about the things that they like and enjoy, right? I just don't know why it has to be Japanese centered or have this extra pornography stuff. I feel like both of these could be a separate website, and you wouldn't really be doing any harm to this website. Because what this website also represents is a place where it's a little bit more open than Reddit. You're not going to get shut down as easily, and you can post crazier stuff, right? Well, I mean, that's important for all of these things. That freedom of speech is important for all of these types of things. But when you have to go and start mixing it with, a whole bunch of stuff that, has a rounded misogynist kind of viewpoint, but I'm not going to talk bad about Japanese culture. It's their culture. They can do whatever the fuck they want, right? And, as for the sexual stuff, fine. Keep it all in there. That's fine. It's odd because I think that this is to draw in the 12-year-olds and that they're trying to get them involved in stuff over here, which is weird because, they just don't, I don't know if they're, I don't, it doesn't seem like they're doing harm. It just seems like all of this over-sexualization makes it so that all of these other things are put on the back burner. I mean, the Japanese portion is not even important in comparison. I don't know, and it just seems like, how is Pokemon not in video games? See, these are the things that are just like, it's obviously very centered around, one culture. That's fine. So I think that's the end synopsis. This is a site made for Japanese people by Japanese people or people who really, really love Japanese culture, and it's a little bit downgraded by the fact that it has some extremely sexualized content in there, which is then, probably just used or viewed by the younger crowd for the most part. Now, is the older crowd viewing it too? Of course. I mean, I'm the older crowd. I went and viewed it, and but I could see why a younger kid would be like, "Oh man, this site's fucking awesome." And so that's my end up view is that, the whole site would benefit from less sexualization, even less cultural, influence. Just make it about, well, that's not what it's about for them. It's not about the video games. It's just they just are kind of an odd group with the rating, the way they think. They're almost a bunch of weird kids. Some of them are. I don't know, man. Prove me wrong. Some of the stuff is great. Some of the stuff is amazing. Some of it just doesn't seem like it has a place, though. And this cams and meetups, by the way, I didn't mention this. This is so fucking weird. It's just a place where people post like information about themselves trying to actually meet up. It's just another weird forum where people are meeting up, just like Craigslist. It's weird. I just find it all to be so weird. It's like, fuck. Okay, end of story. 4chan, a site for Japanese people by Japanese people. Um, has some content that tries to grab others, and it very well could if it just tried to center itself a little bit less around the Japanese thing and around the sexualized Japanese, thing too. And just around the sexuality, I mean, this is almost a porn site with all of this part over here. With these adult gifts, all of this. This is almost just basically porn. And that's fine. I mean, a venue like that can exist, but I just don't think it should be a simple image-based bulletin board where you can post and copy and share images. They're dedicated. Where is porn in here? Why is it not safe from Japanese animation culture to video games, music, and photography, pornography, and photography? Why does it not say that? That's all. All right, 4chan. Basically a porn site with some blogs on there that maybe are shown a little bit or seen a little bit, but I mean, I'm trying to be objective. Look at this. Over a third of it is pornography. A quarter of it, or maybe a sixth of it, is Japanese culture. So, I mean, that's fine. They can have it be Japanese culture. I don't care about that, right? But just because a third of it's pornography, I mean, it should be kind of recognized that that's what this is about. It's also about pornography. And it's fine. It's just, if they were more honest, they're trying to act like they are holier than thou, and it's just bullshit. It's bullshit. This is, I don't know. Let's just, one more second. 3D CG, what is this about? I mean, it's about technological design stuff. It's really awesome. Really awesome stuff. Why is that over here with something that I couldn't click on and show you guys? I just think that this is pornography and this is something else. That's all. End of story. Anarchy 704 signing out.